It is 1:46 a.m. right now, and I got a scary story whipped up for you. And here I go, I guess. It was a late night in town. I was working at Maya's Pizza. No one usually calls at 11 p.m., but someone did. I picked up the phone. I wasn't sure what I was hearing, but it sounded like tapping. A voice rang in finally, and it sounded deep. He ordered a bunch of cookies and he registered a strange address, 10 Foghorn Road. I used my GPS and I never really drove this far before. I was driving on a dirt road through the woods. There was a low fog on the road. I reached the end of the road at an old beat up house. I wasn't sure what to expect. When I got out of the car, I was at the right house, but I started to feel very uneasy. I walked over to the door only to find dead silence. I knocked on the door only to find that the house seemed empty. I knocked one last time and then I heard what sounded like scratching on glass. I walked around to the back only to find big yellow slit eyes. I then started to knock on the back door, and I finally left. When I got back to the car, it was somewhere where I didn't park it. I got over to the car, and then I got in, and I heard that voice that was on the phone in the car. I looked all around, but nothing. I looked in the car, in the rearview mirror, nothing. When I turned around, I saw a huge man that I couldn't see who it was, and a cat with those same yellow eyes. The figure leaped onto my car, only to see a walking silhouette with glowing red eyes. I drove my car as fast as I could, and the figure got blown off. I only got a few hundred feet before I heard scream, and then the car stopped. I looked around, and then I locked my car up, terrified. I then called 911, and then I sat with shivers up my spine. I explained what happened to the police the best I could. They told me to stay in the car with everything locked. I looked in the window next to me. There was that same cat. I ran into the woods after jumping out of my car, and I hid behind a big log. I saw lights and I heard sirens. I ran to the cops and told them what happened. I found the car's transmission blew, and the cops searched the residence only to find a bent up blade. They were convinced that the blade jammed the transmission. I was taken back home and got a new job at stocking shelves at the supermarket.